I don't know about you guys, but I can't stand being alone. I do not like being by myself. I love to be around people, and as soon as I'm by myself, I start to get all like sad and depressed. How many of you actually love to be alone? You love to go upstairs and just read a book or something? Raise your hand. How many of you love to be alone? Now, how many of you are more like me and you always want to be around people? You love having people around. Raise your hand. Now, it's not bad to want to be alone, but one thing we have to understand is part of who we are and what defines us is being with other people, and it's called community. So let's see how all three subjects come together in this week's episode of Erased.
You three have volunteered for an experiment. It is a chance to actually change your identity and ultimately become the person you always wanted to be.
What's the catch?
No catch, Subject 1. You get what you want. A new identity.
That doesn't make sense. I mean, you don't get something for nothing.
Very observant, Subject 3. All you have to give up is everything about who you were.
I just need to embrace it. I need to not be afraid anymore.
But I can take away your fear.
God already did. He is the creator of everything, and he does it for free. Yeah, I can blend in, but God gave me an identity in who I am.
And what is your identity in?
God.
So be it, Subject 1.
That's not my name. My name is Donovan.
I'm not alone. I belong to God.
Subject 2, what are you saying?
I'm not subject to. My name is Vicky. And I don't get my identity from what other people say. I get my identity from what God says.
You are giving up so much. I could have made you something.
I am something.
I have a purpose. And I'm gonna find it in God, not myself.
Subject 3, you're making a huge mistake.
My name is not Subject 3. My name's Marcus.
But you're walking away from everything that would have made you happy.
I'm not. God gave me a purpose. And right now, my purpose is to beat you.
You can try. But wait, I'm going to change my approach. And you better be ready. Tomorrow, everything changes.
Three students are given the chance to change who they are. They must take part in a new experiment that will give them a new identity. But in order to embrace something new, they must leave who they were behind.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Don't worry, guys, we'll be ready.
I have good news. I'm going to give all of you one last chance to change your identity.
Not happening.
The experiment is over.
You can't do this anymore.
But the subjects do this willingly. They want a better life.
Only because they don't know what they're giving up.
Our identity is too important. We're made a certain way for a reason.
Our strengths, our weaknesses, everything makes up who we are. We can't just give that away.
But you're exchanging it for something better. A perfect identity. A perfect life.
We're shutting you down.
Look at you. All united. All ready to fight. Maybe you don't remember all of your memories.
What do you mean?
Well, you remember your name. But there's so much more. Maybe it's time you remember everything.
Stand up, pal. Just gonna keep on standing there like that? You won't even touch me.
now.
I can't believe that's true.
It is true. It's not a trick. All of you knew each other. And let's just say, you weren't fans of each other.
Marcus is mean. He's a bully. He always finds a way to push me into something. The gym class is a nightmare. So what? I can't play sports. Doesn't give you a reason to make fun of me.
I don't know why I'm not friends with Donovan. He's weird, you know? It used to be cool, but now he just can't do anything, and he's just different, you know? It makes me look weird to the other kids.
Vicky spread a rumor about me on the internet. Got the whole school to believe it. I mean, I didn't do anything to her. People read that and they think it's true.
Do you have anything to say? That's what I thought. Don't seem so united now.
So why would you act like that? I thought we were supposed to be friends.
I didn't want to get labeled.
Oh, but you have no trouble labeling me. You know, when you put that stuff out there on the internet, it's forever.
Why are you such a bully? You make everybody's life miserable around you.
Man, I was just playing with you. I thought with you being so big, you'd actually do something back, but you never did. I was just joking.
Yeah, well, jokes hurt.
Yeah, so does gossip.
But we're different now. We've changed.
Oh, have we?
That's it. I want the deal. If get a new identity gets me out of this, I'm in.
Fine.
Make sure you tweet about it.
Good. Subject 3. Free yourself from the past. This is a good thing. When he awakens, he will live the life that he always wanted to live.
The life he wants or the life you want?
It is the same thing.
Wait.
No, you already stopped me once. I'm doing this.
Look, I'm sorry. You guys, we're not the enemy here. He is.
I've told you, Subject 1. I'm only here to help you.
Marcus, listen to me. We were meant to work together, not apart. Look at what happened when we encouraged each other. We remembered our true identities. The world is bigger than us. And I accept who I am, and God made me for a purpose. And if that purpose is to stop you from doing what I know you're gonna regret, then it's worth it.
Subject 3. He's the nerd. Ignore him. He did not even want people to know his identity.
He's right, Marcus. I'm sorry. I was wrong.
Trust me, Subject 3. This is a good thing.
I told you. My name is Marcus. And you've done nothing but try to separate us and isolate us in our fears and mistakes. I know who I am.
I just tried to show you where you were weak. Make you stronger. Better.
You're right. We are weak by ourselves.
But together we're stronger.
And we can't be broken.
Fine, fine. Feel free to live your worthless lives.
Our lives aren't meaningless. Our identities are rooted in God, and He has a plan for us.
Do you know what you're giving up?
It doesn't matter. We're gaining something even better.
But you were mean to each other. You did not even like each other before.
But now we forgive each other.
We accept each other.
And we help each other, which is better than anything you could ever give us.
This isn't right. It doesn't work this way.
That's where you're wrong, Doctor. This is exactly how it works. We were made in God's image.
And we get our identity from what God says, not from what you say.
And He gives us our purpose.
Your experiment's over. What's happening?
Your identities have been restored. Your device is empty.
That's it?
You did not want what we offered. You are free to go.
About time. I say let's go home.
There will be others. They will choose to accept it. They will make the right choice. They won't choose to stay the same.
That's what you don't understand, Doctor. We're not the same.
We just needed to embrace where our real identities come from.
Now that I know that, I'm not living my life the same way.
No, you did create something, though. You created a community.
And from now on, we're going to reflect God's glory to everyone.
Good luck with the experiment, Doc.
In this week's episode of Erased, the subjects all came together and got out of the experiment with their identities intact. As a matter of fact, for the very first time, they all put their identities in who God made them and intended them to be. But they also realized something very valuable in this episode: that who we are also involves other people, that we need others and are stronger and better together. I remember one time I was camping with my family, and one day we went on a hiking trip on a muddy trail alongside this little river. And because it was so muddy, our feet kept slipping all over the place. Well, at some point, my little cousin on this hike lost her footing and slid into the river. Now, the river wasn't very deep, it was about right to here, but she fell in, and as she got up to get out, her feet got stuck in the mud at the bottom, and she couldn't get free. And she was far enough in that not just one of us could go reach in and grab her. So we decided that we would all work together to get her unstuck. So my whole entire family linked arms like this, and we made this big long human chain, and that the last person came around and grabbed her, and we all kind of just pulled her out together. Now, this whole thing wasn't life-threatening or anything, but we did have to come together to accomplish something. Since the very beginning of time, in the book of Genesis, God said that it's not good for man to be alone. He created us to do life together, to help each other, and to be there for each other. When we use the word community, we're actually talking about a group of people coming together and being better because they're together. Ecclesiastes 4:12 says, "By yourself, you're unprotected. With a friend, you can face the worst. Can you round up a third? A three-stranded rope isn't easily snapped." God didn't make you to be alone. He made you to be with others. And this place where you're at right now, the people that you're around in this moment, should be the very people that help bring out the best in you. And you should be that for others as well. This should be a place that you come to where you know there are people that care about you and want to be there for you in life, no matter what happens. These should be some of your deepest, strongest relationships. Relationships where you have fun together, but also relationships where you're there for each other and grow together in who God made you to be. Because this is what community is all about. So my prayer for you is that you don't live this life alone, that you would live it in community with others who build and lift you up to become everything that God wants you to be. This is what God intended for your life. This is what you were created for. This is who you are together.